Hey YouTube, it's Hydra. Welcome back to the How to Loop series for Phasmophobia. Today we're on Ridgeview House. Now Ridgeview House, you know, is a lot of people's favorites, and it has one main place to loop. The dining table, along with the favorite fridge spot that everyone loves to hide behind, right? The important thing to remember about the dining table is that it does not break line of sight, so you do not need to crouch. In fact, crouching kind of messes with your vision because you're gonna walk through these dining table chairs and they could mess you up. So I usually stay standing straight. And the important thing is to take very, very tight turns, right? The entire trick with this dining table is that as the ghost gets faster and faster, it cannot take tight turns anymore. Because of this acceleration, it will actually end up going like all the way around this way, and that buys you enough time because you're taking very tight turns to go through this. And you don't need to sprint that much. There are going to be times, let's imagine the ghost is coming around clockwise. There's going to be times where, let's say the ghost comes down this way and gets to this corner, and I might be right here, and I just need to sprint a tiny little bit just to get around the corner. Because as he's coming around this corner, he's gonna go a wider turn, and that's gonna buy me time to move all the way over to this corner. So he's gonna do his wider turn, I get to here, and then he comes straight again, and straight is quick, right? So as he's coming down straight, I may do a little short sprint to get around the next corner. So it's all about making sure he's like slightly behind you and not wasting your full sprint. If you do like a full hold down shift and you're full sprinting, there's a chance he's going to turn around. There's a chance you're going to run out of sprint if the hunt is going on for too long, and you don't want that. The main key is you do not want to run out of sprint ever, and the other thing is to take really tight turns. One common mistake I see, a lot of people are just going around like this, like all the way on the outside, and you know that's not going to work. Like maybe it'll work for a couple rotations, but the ghost will eventually catch up to you. So if you want to do it infinitely, if it was like an infinite hunt duration, like you could do it forever just from taking very tight turns and slightly sprinting around corners when you need it. More advanced strategies, once you get the hang of this down, is you can actually do a full sprint over here and then kind of loop around this little love seat chair too. The trick with this spot though is because this narrow gap, the ghost will oftentimes get stuck here and you have to wait for the ghost to actually go through. If you, let's say I'm hanging out right here, if the ghost comes over, I'm gonna move over this way, but if I go too early, it's not gonna have time to go through that gap yet, and then it's just gonna turn around and come back. So you kind of have to wait here a little bit in purgatory for the ghost to get through this gap, and then you like sprint back over here. Oh, hello. Sounds like a regular speed ghost. So again, not sprinting at all. Just take nice turns. He's catching up to me. Sprinting a little. Not sprinting. I'll tell you when I'm sprinting again. I'm gonna sprint a little here, just to get around. So notice he is getting faster. But I'm barely sprinting. I just sprinted a little bit there. Sprinting a little. Look at how wide he's taking his turn now. He's going all the way around that dining table chair. Right? He's going way past the dining table chairs, whereas we're basically turning inside the chair, so we're safe. So I'm mostly using my sprints on the short end of the tables. I'm never really sprinting across the long side. I'm only sprinting basically from one end of the short side to the other end of the short side, just to get away from the ghost. Big Boy Butcher says hello. Oh, he really wants to say hello. Alright, he started hunting again. Let's get him up to speed a little bit. Not sprinting at all. I'm gonna sprint a little here. Oh, he's getting pretty close to me there. Probably waited too long. Sprinting a little. I want to have enough sprint to be able to get to the chair. Okay, we're gonna try to transition him to the chair. Let's try it. Sprint. Remember what I said? He gets stuck in that gap a little bit. I sprinted back. Now I'm going back to my routine. Remember, this is a curse hunt too, so they last a long time. The whole thing is you're trying not to sprint too much, so you have time to recharge your sprint. Sprint a little bit. Okay, I think I'm pretty safe. Look at how far he's taking his turns now. Once again, he's going way past the chairs. Sprint. So no smudge needed. Never ran out of sprint. Sprinting from one side of the short end to the other side is important. I sprinted from here to here and then turn around, wait for him. He was already pretty quick and he pretty much came through this gap almost immediately. So as soon as he came through, then I sprinted again to this corner and then try to get him back into the regular rotation. And then what you're doing is you're basically buying time for your sprint to come back. Okay, the last cool thing you can do is you don't want to get him too fast for this, but let's say you want to do one full rotation. Make sure you have your flashlight out. Get him over here and then you full sprint to the fridge spot. Drop your flashlight. Get behind the fridge and you're totally safe. This one's always cool because you get to do a little bit of a loop and then you get to take advantage of the fridge spot too. So here you can show the power of the fridge, right? Have the flashlight on. He knows I'm here. Drop it. We saw him come out to the kitchen and he still walks away, right? That's how powerful the fridge is. Let's try it again. Back. Drop it. Oh, he got really close that time. The power of the fridge spot. They don't call it fridge view for nothing. I like dropping the flashlight better versus turning it off because I feel like the ghost generally will walk to the flashlight and then walk away from you. So if you ever wanted to try your hand at it, let me know how it goes, okay? If you guys try it yourselves, let me know how the looping goes. If you try the fridge spot, let me know like how far you can get because this time we literally saw the ghost come over and drop my flashlight. Here, let's try it again. I'm gonna drop it and run, okay? So he's gonna see us. He sees us. He immediately walks away. Come back. Try it again. Ready? Sees us again. Immediately walks away. Right? Pick up. We're just bullying the ghost at this point. Boom. It's almost like we're throwing the flashlight and then he just gets to the flashlight and walks away. He's not even coming. Did he just see me? He's not even coming that close to me. Again. He rounded the corner that time. Let's try it without throwing it. Let's just turn off the flashlight this time. Same thing. Same thing. Flashlight on and off. That's a full cursed hunt. Oh man. Another fun loop you can do is actually in the basement. A lot of times I will start with the dining table upstairs and then sprint downstairs. And anytime you change floors in this game, the ghost will kind of lose you, right? So if you just like do a dining table loop a couple times and then you sprint down the stairs, sometimes the ghost will lose you and then just like go upstairs instead. If it does follow you down here, I often like to do this one because this metal rack also, it also breaks line of sight. Doesn't matter if you're standing or crouched. I always feel a little better crouched for some reason. I think it just makes me feel, it helps me take tighter turns along with all the benefits of like grabbing your items and stuff from the ground. But the same logic applies whether it's this metal rack or it's the kitchen counter, right? You want to stay diagonal from the ghost at all times. So this thing has 4 corners. If I'm on this near left corner, then I want the ghost to be on the far right corner. And then as it comes over to the far left corner, then I want to be on the near right corner and then just constantly moving around. And again, you want to avoid line of sight for this one. If you actually do dining table loops upstairs, it's going to be fast and it's going to catch up to you. If you start at a base ghost speed down here, you could probably loop it forever because you will be able to do a little tiny sprint just to get around the corner before the ghost actually comes over to see you. You could do something cheeky, like you could loop around this metal rack a couple times, and then once you're tired of looping, you can just make sure you turn off your flashlight or any electronics you have, and then do a full sprint into this locker, and then just boom, then you're safe, and the ghost will have no idea where you went. All right, if this video helped you, I hope you guys tried these loops. These loops are a lot of fun. Okay, you could do the full dining table loop, you could do the dining table into the chair, you could do dining table into the fridge. They're all so fun. Let me know how it goes in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this helped. Give me a thumbs up on the video. The ghost says hello. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one. All right, thank you.